everyone. In this video, I'm going to teach you some of the basic functions of the Pattern Shapes apps. If you type in this address on your web browser, you will come up and find this app. The apps mirror the concrete objects that school use, and when school use those objects, we call them pattern blocks, whereas the apps call that a pattern shapes. Now the pattern blocks has got 6 different types of shapes. The apps here added a new one, which is your right angle triangle. The first thing you see in this app is that your tools that you need to use are all in the bottom hand corner. If you click the info, it goes you into a how-to list, and you scroll down, it will show you the different functions and what you can do with it. So if you're stuck, you always come back to this particular page. Now, at the moment, we have got a blank page. You can always change it by increasing, creating grids, whether it is a square grid or whether it is a triangular grid. Okay. So let's go back to one that has got no grid. How do we use it? You simply drag the tiles together onto the board, and you can place it together, circle it, lock it. So when you circle it, it's locked, and create a pattern. Now, if I want to duplicate these patterns, I go down to these particular icons. I click this. It automatically creates a new patterns. If I click another one, it creates another one. Now you can see that I'm making a translation patterns. How do I know? You can get children to play this, and if you want them to know, explain to you how they know. You go to the drawing tools. It will click that. You will come out with on this side. Click the pen. And you can draw the line or get the children to draw the line to show you how the shape is being translated. If you don't want that, you can just remove it. Okay. Now, if I were to click this this group of patterns, you notice that when I group it, it shows a sort of a arrow, circular arrows. What it does is to show you that you can actually turn the shapes around. So this tool is particularly useful if you want to do rotation shapes that rotated in different directions to create a different patterns. Okay, so let's get rid of this. What else can we do? Now, if you get a tile, say if you have a tiles here, you want to reduce it in size, you just click the tiles. Click that, and it actually reduces it in a smaller size. You can change the color, however many colors you want. You could also have a outline. So for example, I click the outlines and just create a black outline, black masters for you to play with. Okay. You could actually also create a sort of a fold to cover it, and get children to, you can make an image, let children to look at it and cover it, and then make the shapes, and then you can click it to see whether they remember it. So you can sort of play memory games with this app as well. What else can we do? If you go into the online outline library, it shows you a whole range of different patterns, right? So assuming, let's say we're going to click this one, okay? So it says yes. Now you can see that it has got automatically come out with a triangular grid. You could get children to just drag the tiles to fill in, so kids can create different patterns, and they can see, oh, I don't have enough, so I can't fit the hexagon. I will have to use a different patterns if I can use the other pattern. So children can start to explore, and this is a very good tool for teaching children about composite shapes, where you can use how different tiles, different shapes combine to create a new patterns. So this is something that you could do to get children to play with. Yeah. Now there are other things that you could do also. Let's get out of that. So you say if you want to remove the outline, you clear it. What you can see is you just created a different page altogether. You say if you want to start all over again and you don't want to remove the shapes one at a time, what you could do is to click this start over icon, and it asks you what you want to do. Go back to start or clear all, whichever you decide. So in this case, I want to clear all. I click that, and the apps will erase everything so that I can start over again. Have fun!